I'm Melody.
And hi, I'm Davinci.
And we are
Melody Davinci Productions. It was a college party, crazy night.
We all have those.
Somehow we ended up in the same Uber going home, and I didn't know who she was, but I was just like, who is this girl? And then a year later, we ended up being put into the same exact section
At our school.
We really want to reach women around the world and people who feel like they don't have that support.
There's such a society standard, and we want to change that standard. We want to break it. We're independent artists and be able to give those freelancing artists opportunities that we didn't have, and now we're giving everyone, and we want them to be able to work with us and let them give us ideas and let them share their goals and futures and like bring that to life the same way that we've been able to do that.
Yeah. It started as Behind the Glass. It was about bringing the struggles behind the light, especially young women. We are struggling the hardest right now. We kind of took those two characters and expanded and took them from a different environment and just placed them in a different world. We are attracting all audiences, so all ages.
It's relatable from any standpoint. Like, you're going into depth about every single targeted audience. I think every single character are there from people that we have in our lives.
There was 5 girls, and then something just told me, like, something just came, like, above me, and I just turned to them. I was like, hey, like, do you guys want to do something, like, start a web series or start something? And everybody was like, yeah. And I'll never forget, we all sat in a circle. And, I started kind of telling them that, basically the outline of what I wanted to do. And I remember looking around that circle, and everybody was just kind of sitting there, just listening to what I was saying. And they seemed like they were interested. But the only person in the circle who was actually sitting there taking notes was Melody. The first meeting, after that, we had a first production meeting. The very, very, very first meeting, everybody was late. Every single person was late, and I don't mean like 10 minutes late, like an hour to an hour and a half late. Melody was the first person there, and me and her sat there, and we waited for everybody to come for an hour, and that rang a bell with me. And so it was just like little things along the way when we were just building everything up and really finding who we were that showed me that I can rely on this person, I can trust this person, I can count on this person to not go behind my back, to be there for me, to believe in my dreams. That's why I chose Melody, because she believed in me. And at that time, I was going through a really hard time, and I was doubting myself and wanting to give up on my career. But having a friend like her made me want to change my mind and encourage me to not give up on it so easily, because I'm not alone.
With Davinci specifically, she's very bold, and I was sitting there in class one day, and she literally got a group of girls together and was just like, I want to create a project, I want to do this, I want to do something outside of school, like whoever's interested, I'm gonna get 5 girls, I want to give them each a voice, I want to give them a character, and I want everyone to bring themselves to this character. And I was just sitting there like writing in class, looking at my script, and I was so intrigued, and I'm like, this girl is just like a leader. And she was such a born leader, and she is a leader, and she's so strong. And I think that's something that's very uncommon, and it's so hard for us to like be able to get up and tell the world like, yeah, I want to do this, and like I want to speak my mind. And with me, I always feel like sometimes I speak my mind a little too much, and that's kind of been something I stirred away from. And she's really given me like an opportunity to be bold again and be strong and remind myself that like we are able to talk about anything that we want to talk about in this life. And she really motivated me. Our partnership, it's not just like a friendship. I've literally grown to think of her as my family. She is my family. She's my sister. And she has helped me to come out of a shell that I did not know existed. And together we are just like dynamite.
We genuinely appreciate everyone's support and everyone who has been with us from the beginning. Follow us on Instagram at Melody Davinci Productions.
Yes.
We're also on Facebook, Melody and Davinci Productions.
So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.
We
Again, we are Melody and Davinci Productions.